Hey everyone, I'm here to talk about Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. This is a quick review of, this is a junior fiction book or young fiction book, and it's about the Reconstruction era. A black family owns about 400 acres of land in Mississippi, and it goes through the story, it tells the story through the eyes of the daughter. It's one of 5 children. Her name is Cassie, and she has, one of 4 children, Cassie, and she has 3 brothers. And it's a moving story about how Cassie sees her place in the world. She's a free girl. Her parents own land. She's never had to deal with, living on someone else's land like some of her friends, and so she's strong. She's a very strong character who has a strong sense of justice, and she has brothers who's every bit a part of her life. They walk to school every day. They deal with racism. They deal with segregation. They're poor, and it just really kind of shows you what that time looked like. But not only that, it also shows a strong sense of, for children at least, for the kids who read this, who are exposed to this, it kind of shows a child who's strong in character, a child who knows what's wrong and what's right. And it's also a good read for boys as well, because you see a lot of what black boys go through and some of the questions and self-respect issues through her brother, Stacy, her older brother, Stacy, who has to deal with one of my favorite characters, TJ, who's an unscrupulous little boy who ends up actually getting in trouble, and just shows how black families, black boys get wrapped up in the cycle of poverty and economic injustice and segregation, and just not feeling worthy in their own skin. And so I think this is a really good read. I often confuse this with Thunder Rose, which is a bigger kind of children's book, and I read that to my kids before, and I really didn't see what the hype was about. And I saw this at the library. I was like, oh, this is what everyone was talking about. This is the book, and it's a chapter book, and I read it just because I'd never read it before, and I'm sure that's the case for a lot of people, but this is definitely a book you want to pick up, read yourself, and make sure your kids read it as well. Is this a library pickup, or one you pick up and kind of stack away as a classic? It's definitely one that you keep for your collection. Pick this up and you'll come back to this over and over and over again. The cover is illustrated by one of my favorite children's illustrators, Kadir Nelson, and it's a Newbery book. It's a classic. Definitely one you want to read. Until next time, this is Clarissa Banner with ThisAfropolitanLife, and this is the book review of Mildred Taylor's Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. Peace.